Ivy Slime rounding out the team as Jaina, a very powerful composition for both teams.
Jake, have you been irritated by a very big housefly before?
Yeah.
Illidan is even bigger, and here we go. Even having Abathur on him, there's just no way it's gonna go down. There's also Uther there. This will be a really awesome game. I cannot wait to see what the Vikings touches to this Battlefield of Eternity.
Now, Vikings are a very high-skilled hero, right? You have to have a lot of APM control and just awareness as to what's happening on the battleground as you're controlling 3 heroes at once. So it's going to be very cool to see this all unfold here. They've kind of fallen out of the meta because of how difficult they can be to play.
And also, I do realize that this map, you have got Immortal spawning. Vikings, they don't really do a lot with that, but what they can do is if the rest of your team buys time, those Vikings can soak the EXP across those lanes.
Okay, well, just some light pressure here for both teams, exchanging blows. Silo actually taking a large amount of damage, but the rotation is here. The roots go off, trying to buy time, but Zaze is taking too much damage. Illidan dives forward with a head and gets that first kill. And now Olaf, also in a bit of a peculiar spot. The Frostbolt does hit a minion instead.
Cognitive's Illidan is really so good. You're looking at all of that awesome action at the bottom lane while Hospital is soaking the top lane here. So that really translates to no EXP loss at all. The Vikings, this is a small map. It's a little bit peculiar to see Vikings in this map. Normally you see Vikings at big maps like Kirk Hollow, maybe even Sky Temple, but Battlefield of Eternity? You gotta be kidding me. There's something going on here, Jake.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's definitely something cool, but the power of Longbow Raid, especially fighting in those closed areas, can be really good in the late game, and having the split soak to get to 10 and an even footing with your opponent that have Abathur, I like the idea here, but the execution will definitely be something unique that we haven't seen a whole lot of.
And it's also going to be Vikings bribery for the Lost Vikings, so that means you get a little bit extra mercenary touch going into this game here. Reliza setting up the parameters. Glaurung, as usual, don't really care. We'll be jumping on the damage, but here comes the lockdown, and Abathur had already on Zaze now. A little bit of trouble. There goes the shield glare. Glaurung may not get stunned by the Immortal, but Zaze is really having a lot of trouble dealing with that. Reliza is going to go down. The rest of Cognitive is going to pull back, but they've already taken some extra EXP.
The moment Relics switches their focus to Illidan, Glaurung just backs out of there. He says, okay, you switch your focus, you're trying to eliminate me, I'm just gonna leave the fight. That's the power of Illidan, that crazy mobility that he has.
I'll say for sure, Cognitive looking like they're very strong today, and we also have almost no EXP lead both sides. Immortals completely ignored, and in this situation, the Vikings have to run. Eric, unfortunately, has got some really fast speed, but that's not good enough for Illidan.
Yeah, the interesting thing about the Lost Vikings is they're all unique. Olaf has more health, he's more of a warrior. Balog has the splash damage, good for lane clear. And Eric is quick, but his health pool is so very low. That's why Illidan puts the focus on him.
And here we have actually a potential Immortal race, maybe. Silos to be able to buy some time. The rest of Cognitive is knocking on the blue Immortal, and for Relics, they just want to take this one down as well to 50%. The relocation's kind of standard for the first one, and it's going to be on both sides.
Yeah, but the health bar, as you can see, pretty darn even right now. Both teams doing a good job applying pressure to their opponents, and now they're on opposite sides. So both teams are just going to have a race trying to eliminate the health bar first to see who can get the Immortal, and it looks like Cognitive has a slight edge. They will get the first Immortal of this game.
It's always because of the fact that the Vikings are not doing enough against the Immortal, while you got Abathur doing a lot of work with those spike bursts in those symbiote mode, and this is where you have gone to push a possible lane, and I think it may actually be the top lane.
Yep, it looks like the Immortals actually go to the bottom this time around. It's all just, at the start of the game, it's pretty much just randomized. Later in the game, if there's more damage done to that lane, well, the Immortal's going to go to the opposing lane. They're trying to take some more damage out onto their port that sits in that lane.
I'm really stoked to see two different types of the Eternal Conflicts maps being played by this teams right here today. And this Immortal is very different from the Punisher. He really just wants to go for structures all out. Yeah. And that means that you will lose a gate as well as power on the side of Relics. And for Cognitive, you have Glaurung top lane, so applying a little bit more pressure here. It's probably going to look to take down the small wall, or maybe even just taking down the tower, and there's nothing those Vikings can do.
The split push of Glaurung and Abathur have actually done more damage than the Immortal. That's a really cool thing. Just the split push capability that you get afforded to in these kind of situations. Right now, we see Relics, they want to get this bottom siege camp, and it looks like they'll be 6-0. No! Silo steps on the point, can now pull them in. Blizzard doing critical damage.
Burr has to bail out there. There we go. The Burr charge is going to be used, and the mercenary camp will go to Cognitive. They're already level 7. Both the Trinity is going to take the fall. Abathur has doing a lot of work right there. The spike first, nailed the kill, and Olaf also is going to feed the entire family in this raid.
I guess he really could feed an entire family. He's a big dude. But the Siege Camp is doing a lot of damage themselves. They're going to try to feed their family by taking out some structures. Silo, pretty low on mana, going to just back away. And during this time, Balog is actually picking up a Merc Camp himself. So the split push of the Vikings is paying off in this instance.
But what is Glaurung doing? He's actually hiding behind the lines here and looking to pull back almost immediately. He knows he needs to address the top lane pressure coming out from Balog as well as Eric, and is going on a hunt. Looking for Eric, probably no one to get a Balog, but not going to get either one of those two.
All right, Lost Vikings picked up Merc Lord, so this gives them a lot more utility capability of taking the Merc Camps and then pushing with them. So I like this pickup quite a bit. If Cog ever does leave a lane and leave Abathur alone, they're going to abuse the fact that they're just weak in that situation.
It's actually still surprisingly even right now. Level 8 both sides, 6 minutes almost right up, and 3 seconds to the second batch of Immortal spawning. And here we have Cognitive looking very, very good. In terms of talent choices, everything looks to be pretty normal right now. There is still going to be a bit of extra symbiote focus built for Abathur, and you see a very standard Jaina coming out.
So the Fallen Shaman that Cog just picked up, that's a very strategic thing to save that mercenary camp until the second phase happens of these Immortals, and it's just really nicely done. Now suddenly Relics has to worry about that top lane being pushed out too much by the mercenaries, and losing Olaf there, not what you want to have happen.
Vikings here just going down one by one, and the rest of Cognitive, they're just going for a fight at mid lane right now. Mid area, Zayd looking to just nicely pull away from Glaurung. Glaurung jumps on Zagara, and it's gone already. It's not level 10 just yet, so Relics, they don't have those heroes to work with. Reliza using the Wraith Walk, he's gonna get away just fine, but Cognitive has got unrestricted access here to the Blue Immortals.
Glaurung is looking so crisp, and the stun goes off on Namir. He does not have that burn charge available, and he will go down. Glaurung goes deep into the backline. He finds Zayd with that Abathur hand. Is it enough? The body blocks are there. One more hit will seal the other, but Zayd gets away.
And Reliza also going to be fine. The rest of Cognitive, they have to pull back right here. They're just too close to the game. If they really want to bait out a kill, all they need to do is just set up shop in this area. Level 10. There's no way Relics can cope with this right now. Top lane, there's still those mercenary camps pushing really well. The Immortals will relocate, and Cognitive looking for part 2.
Yeah, they got the big lead here on the Immortals, and the Blizzard crashing down, doing quite a bit of damage. Level 10 Heroics have been reached. The Blessed Shield Metamorphosis, and we have Divine Shield, Water Ellie, and Ultimate Evolution, all very powerful.
Cognitive gets the second Immortal, and the difference is that this one here, sir, has got a lot of shield.
Yeah, it's much more powerful. Look at the shield bar now. It's both shield and energy. So basically, when these Immortals spawn, they use a ranged attack which expends their energy. But once it expires, they go into a melee mode where they're much more vulnerable when applying that pressure to the enemy team's structure.
Alright, it seems like Lyric will go for much of the Black King, Tranquility on Malfurion, Lumbar Rain on Vikings, and it's going to be Locust Swamp.
Oh
and
my
goodness! This is a very big problem for Reliza. He has to get out. He's not going to do anything. Rainbow pulling back up, and there goes the extra Tranquility. And maybe Relics can take a fight right now. Silo pulls back, and second Illidan comes out. 2 Housefly. It's more than one. The Voidmon going to pull the support right back, but can they hold their aggression? I don't think so. Hospital just jumping on Trinity. The rest of the team, they have to pull back. Mer also Power Charge. Immortal, the shield is still up by 5%. HP still 100%. There's no way Relics is not going to lose some structures right here.
Babel, you could consider the rotations of the Illidan's art, because one gets low, he rotates out, the other one dives in, keeping each other alive during that fight. Great synergy here by Cognitive. They have more than a level lead, and this Immortal will fall, but the burn charge will be nullified by the Unstoppable there on Silo.
Oh, Vikings knocking Ivy's line. The longboat anytime it's going to come out. We're waiting for it. Revenant still going to come on. Johanna is gone already, but Ivy's time dropping very low. Eric with those nice slingshots. Abathur is here to save the day, but Mer goes in, wants to pick up Jaina, and that little Red Riding Hood is gone.
Beautiful burrow charge there. That march of the Black King is really what allowed them to turn that fight around. Picking off Jaina in the instance, they find Uther with the roots. Iacona is being locked in. The team is rotating around. He's completely surrounded, and he's buying time for his team, but there is no getting out of this.
Iacona, he's just buying time right now. You see some toxicness coming out, and Iacona, he is just really doing a great job here, healing himself out a little bit more. It will go down at the end. The level lead actually completely erased, by the way, Jake.
That's and they're back in it. I mean, it's 3-6 in terms of takedowns in favor of Cognitive, but Relics, they've got the split soak with the Vikings, and that turnaround they just had in that bottom lane really showing how resilient they are.
I have to say that the longbow was 404 not found just now. Was not used at all.
It's true. It's true. We have not seen it yet, but having that capability and not even needing it in those fights just shows how strong the comp really can be.
Rest of Relics looking for top lane aggression. Cognitive with a bit of a top lane rotation coming in. Silo with those Condemn pulling them in. And here comes the Murphlot effect. Can they hold off this area? Those are really big beasts.
Those Goat Bros hurt when they have Murklord. I mean, that's a lot of damage output being thrown in there. But Silo, with Night Takes Pong, pulls them in 4-second stun. Plenty of time to eliminate those mercenaries. And look at the use of the Aftermines. How much slow is on Realizer? It's like 40%. Massive slowing just thrown all over the battleground.
It is a pain indeed. Silo is already setting up the shop here. Trinity gets stunned by Blast Shield. And there goes the Devarmo, but the guard gets blown apart. And we got Iacona in some trouble. Monster the Black King not really going to connect, on anything. Longbow Ray coming out. Iacona is the primary target, but the Vikings will go down at the end. And Boda is gone. And now Illidan wants to go in. The speed to win. Not going to do enough damage. Silo needs to pull right back. Iacona, Divine Shield already used it. Nothing can do that. Glaurung buying more time, but we still have a second Jaina below, I believe, and it will also nicely expire.
Just fighting over the Immortal here of Relics was such a tough decision because Cognitive got so split up in that fight. Now Relics is in a phenomenal spot for the first time. They're going to have the advantage going into this Immortal phase before it animates for the second half, but Cognitive, they'll be back to full power 5 seconds till Johanna is back in action.
Yes, it probably is going to mean that the first half of this Immortal fight will go towards Relics, but if you look at the blue Immortal HP, it still seems like Cognitive did sufficient damage in the first part of that, and they will actually nicely change sides. Glaurung, with that extra help from Abathur, is going to do so much more damage. Can Relics race this? We're going to see yet another Immortal race. Who's going to get it? This time around, we're not going to capture it completely on the camera, but in terms of HP, look at the bottom right corner. It seems like Relics is going to get theirs first, and the first Immortal for the Singaporean team will happen here.
It's their turn to get aggressive. The Immortal will push down the top lane, which has already taken some structural damage. If they manage to take out some forts here, that's really going to help them catch up in experience and maybe even push them forward towards level 16.
Alright, 12 minutes in, Relics Immortal will push down the top lane. Abathur's already at the bottom lane, and this is where the Vikings is going to try to apply some pressure there against Abathur. The rest of the team will be at the top lane, and the fight's going to happen real soon. Immortal's shield will drop very quickly. Rest of the team are there, and oh my god, Eric is going in! Abathur getting haunted hospital, get out of there! Eric has got such a fast speed, that's actually really cute. There's a fight happening on the top lane, but nobody cares. Eric's all that matters right now. We still have Glaurung invulnerable. Divine Shield pops down. Merc's gonna take the full tranquility. Not really useful right there. And we have the rest of Cognitive looking to punish Relic. Reliza takes the fall. 2 of the warriors are gone. And the rest of the Vikings getting Blood Shield. Glaurung, he wants blood again. Is jumping, but he gets rid of by a fantastic entangler by Zay.
The power of Illidan is something else here in this matchup. If you cannot stop that aggression, he is just going to keep on charging in. Yes, the top 4 did fall on the side of Cognitive, but Cog returns the favor. Fourth going down for both teams.
Abathur, man, it's really the amount of legs you have back there. Eric has 2 fast ones, Abathur has got like 8 slow ones. So I think it actually pays off quite well at the end.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. All right, well, we do see the Merc camp was picked up here in Glaurung, flanking from behind Trinity, taking a lot of damage. The heals from Malfurion are there, but he dives over the root. Condemn pulling him on in the afterhand is more than enough to secure the kill.
That is one good area for a pickup. There's no way Zagar's going to get out of that one there. Glaurung has got a ability to do so much damage because of that Abathur. And Relics, they have a bit of a lead, but right now it seems to be dead even again. Realize that he may want to fight right now, but Glaurung again splitting the fight back to the back line. Can the rest of Cognitive pick up his mercenary campus? We don't know. There goes the Metamorphosis, and Revenant, Longbow, he's not going to pop in, and down goes Malfurion, the healer. He's got Glaurung going for all of them, but there goes the Longbow. Glaurung now, without the support, they're all locked out of the gate. Glaurung can still dance around a little bit, and here goes the gate to Rome is open right now. Glaurung gets rooted, relies on some slow, but Relics are down to 3 members, and Cognitive, they decide enough is enough, we're going to bail out, and Immortals will spawn in just 30 seconds.
They pick up the camp of fallen shamans, they pick up a few kills, and now they're falling back 20 seconds till these Immortals are in action. I am just so thrilled by the play we're seeing out of Cognitive today.
They're really prepared for this matchup right now. Level 16 both sides, and you can see that Cognitive, they have a very good position. In terms of heroics, we don't have the longbow ray for the next 60 seconds, and for Cognitive, they don't have Water Elemental and Metamorphosis. So right here, I don't think Cognitive should go for a fight. They just have to wait.
Yeah, Cox just they're going for the damage of the Immortal, and the race is very much in their favor, falling much more rapidly than the one on the side of Relics. The phase is going to happen, 50% health right now. They will then move to a different spot here in the center of the battleground.
Metamorphosis is up, and you don't want to die so fast, but Avatar's got Dagger spot on the Black King, stack on the Divine One, that's not enough damage, and Gloron, Silo, they will come back out here. The third form Immortal actually going to go towards Cognitive, level 16 against 17 right now. We're looking at Immortal HP going down very quickly, and there's nothing Relics can do.
You know, a really unfortunate situation. They hit a wonderful law there, but at the same time, we saw March of the Black King being used and hitting absolutely nothing. That's why you saw, with zero hesitation, they left the fight. They're like, there's no chance for us winning this, and now they have to deal with a 60% power Immortal on the side of Cognitive 15 minutes into this game.
Cognitive, I mean, they are looking very good right now. Top lane, all that's left there really is the keep and some structures. Immortal's gonna spawn in that direction as well. There is no mercenary camps getting picked up in the meantime, but Avatar is still applying a lot of pressure at the bottom lane.
Yeah, it constantly has that soak. It's such a great utility. Still, I have to hand it to Relics. They're really staying in this game in terms of experience. They're not that far behind. One slip up by Cog, and this game could easily be theirs.
It's like 9 kills down against Cognitive, but he is still in this game. And we have the Immortal just knocking off the towers. The rest of Cognitive's also there. Reliza is waiting for those heroics. Relics, they don't have the heroics to really take this fight right now. 20 seconds before Tranquility, as soon as the Barn Wall's going to be back up, so they have to wait for that at least.
Yeah, they're playing pretty safely here, but they're just trying to keep their keep as safe as possible. Glaurung with the Metamorphosis, not really hitting that many targets, so he's not going to have the biggest health pool, but he's diving forward with that support regardless. A big stun is laid off there. He's doing so much damage to the Lost Vikings. They can't pop the longbow rate, and they do just that.
And it seems like Immortal is not going to connect on anything, but behind enemy line, Reliza is doing a pretty good job there. Much of the Black King used already. Divine Shield coming out, and Glaurung wants part 2, but the damage has been done, and the keep is gone. The victory is already secure for Cognitive. They just have to pull back. Glaurung running in a very questionable direction. Managed to get locked down. Mermaid for the Borrow Charge. Hospital spot a second one, and the Blind Borrow Charge. Moose fire! Glaurung stays alive somehow, and security guy Leo is going to buy some time, but Glaurung is still alive, and he finally goes down.
Beautiful play there by Relics. They do manage to pick off not only Glaurung, but they force out that clone of Avatar. That's a big play. That's the kind of plays you have to make to stay in this game.
In terms of structures, we still have 3 forts out for Cognitive, so it's not like Relics has just won this game. They have a very big problem. A huge hole on the top half of this map in their base. They got to make sure at least Cognitive is being held in the background here. They have to get a level lead and go back to level 20 for this to be an even fight.
Yeah, the Storm Talons are going to make this very difficult for Relics, especially when you throw that onto Illidan. It's already hard enough for them to eliminate, and there's so many options that just give him additional sustainability in these team fights.
It's looking really good right now. I mean, if you look at those talent options as well, Utility Uther is going to be right there. He is just really doing a lot of work with those Shrink Ray, Benediction double heals, and that really just sustains the whole team. Johanna's going to be looking for indestructible level 20. She does a Burning Bridge as well, so if she goes in directly to the core of Relics lineup, she's going to do a lot of damage. Jaina also, with what looks like a possible Numbing Blast, is also going to mean a lot of extra lockdown against Relics.
Okay, well, Illidan is back alive. Relics has done a great job catching up in experience with the split soak available on the Vikings, just picking up some mercenary camps. So they're really back on into this. It's not going to be that big of a window for Cognitive in which they have the Storm Talent advantage.
Yeah, the Immortal spawning in under 10 seconds. Level lead will go to Cognitive. They are half a level away, and they get the level 20 Relics in a really tight spot. Do they have the ability to get level 20 first? Remember, they have the Vikings, but can they defend this spot enough? Glaurung seems to really ignore the Immortal and go into the back line. Trinity and Zace, they have to stay safe.
I love the position here by Cog, but they want to get in, they want to use this advantage when they're able to, and they're going straight for Zagara. Ma is thrown out, but Illidan still in the front line with that hat, and he does get the kill.
I am cornered with the Divine Shield plate, making sure that Glaurung is able to do maximum damage there, and the Ice Block Tranquility. There goes the March of the Black King and the Longbow Raid. I am cornered, is gone, and there goes the Ice Block for Jaina, but Jaina is not able to survive much longer. Burns also there. Maybe Everton's going to save the day. We'll see. The second one on the connect, and still the Vikings with the boat, and Glaurung blows by mind. He's still alive somehow, and you still see Ivy Slime do a great job. The Vikings chasing up the Johanna, but it seems like Relics is the one losing at the end. Glaurung 1 versus 3, numbers win, but not if you are Glaurung. And we got Ivy Slime.
Ivy Slime will go down, but the power of Highmind in that fight was absolutely insane. The Ghost of Uther got so much healing done, well. But we do see those Immortals are still standing in this match. That both teams traded pretty evenly. Cog on the better end of things, but it's not over yet.
Level 20 both sides right now. We are looking at a very even game. It seems like Relics caught up, but this is making them really sweat. Glaurung is getting a mercenary camp. Relics also wants to get the mercenary camp going. The Immortals HP 38,000, and it's only going to skill even more.
Look at the focus on these guys. This is a tense moment. This next Immortal could seal the deal for COG to advance forward in this tournament, or it could be the end of this matchup here for Relics. They need to make sure they regain their composure and fight over these Immortals in the middle of the battleground with their full team capability.
And Relics, man, they're one level down, or almost one level down, but we're looking at Cognitive with a surprise ambush party.
They're gonna find someone in the back line. Now it's only Mirror that they see. No, they're even just gonna go for the trades on the Immortal right now, fourth position. Where is the rest of the team? Jaina, after they're both back in base, Cog is not at full power right now.
They're completely out of position. Jaina needs to join the team. IB Slime's really hurrying over, but it seems like we're gonna wait for the relocate, and still the Immortal is pretty even. This really goes to show that Illidan Avatar does so much damage. And here we go, a second Illidan Zaze, again with the Ice Block, and we're looking for some more damage. Manma with this big problem as well. Divine Shield coming in, and it's gonna look like that the Tranquility is gonna save the day. Divine Shield chasing after Malfurion. Zaze is buying some time, but it seems like the Worm's gonna lock away the target Trinity. 1v1 against Glaurung, and there goes Longbow, raise some AoE damage, march on the Black King, but Glaurung is still up, and Silo is giving chase. Reliza is already gone. We still got Zaze, he is behind, and Merc, he's in a lot of trouble, but Silo is still up, and then this comes to the
Through these fights, I do not understand all this play. It's absolutely insane. The rotations are full. It's Vikings trying to stay alive. Relizer has to lead. Revenant has to back out of here, and now Cognitive can focus down the rest of this Immortal.
They was 7, but they dropped 4, and there's still 3 versus 5 right now. We're looking at Cognitive, looking for a possible game-ending situation. Maybe we're gonna go for the base. And Relics, they may go down to the lower bracket. We still have 25 seconds before Respawn comes back out here onto that Zagara. It doesn't seem possible. What can a Viking, what can a security guard do? I don't think Lure's gonna be enough in his position. And a core down 20%, 10%. Relics, they will go down. Cognitive goes forward. We are now looking